Her husband are two of the biggest advisors that Donald Trump has. That would be his daughter, Ivanka, and his son-in-law, Jared. Nobody's ever heard Jared speak outside of the inner circle. We don't know how he sounds. We don't know how he speaks. We don't know anything. But he has enormous power in staffing the government. I'm sure he's a perfectly nice young man. He's a liberal Democrat, but I'm sure he's a perfectly nice young man. Now, we all know Ivanka. I don't mean personally. She did great credit to her father. Really a class act, isn't she? But Ivanka's a liberal, too. She's been a liberal Democrat. So Annie Carney, if that is her name, writes a piece in Politico. I'm very, very concerned about this, but I'm sure the transition team will reject it and point out that it's false. Maybe we'll see a tweet tonight to that effect. And it goes on, Ivanka wants to make climate change. What? Ivanka wants to make climate change, which her father has called a hoax perpetuated by the Chinese, one of her signature issues, a source close to her told Politico. Now, immediately what will happen is the groupies in talk radio and on TV will dismiss this. They dismiss it. Come on, what the hell's wrong with you? And I would ask you, have you ever seen a bigger bunch of morons in your life? Suddenly, socialism is good and capitalism is bad. Suddenly, government interference with private business decisions is good, and capitalism is bad. Suddenly, liberal billionaires are good, as opposed to conservative billionaires. What a gaggle of morons, quite frankly. Now, the source said Ivanka is in the early stages. Now, this will either be proven or it won't be in the course of time. The source said Ivanka is in the early stages of exploring how to use her spotlight to speak out on the issue. Now, we know Ivanka was behind a new entitlement program, the add to the over $200 trillion in unfunded liabilities, family leave. And the morons in my business and on TV, they're, you know what, that's very conservative. That's a good idea. We're now a party of family leave and tariffs and protection. Hey, this is good. Forget about Lincoln and Coolidge and Reagan. Come on now. Got to get modern. Got to get with it. Now, it says if she can pull off her advocacy, could come as a bit of a solace to fearful Americans. Now, this is what happens to people who are really green about Washington. They will have praise lavished upon them if they move to the left. Otherwise, they're to be feared. She could be a solace to fearful Americans. Over the past week, New Yorkers concerned about Trump's election have posted Dear Ivanka letters on social media and outside the Puck building in Lower Manhattan, which is owned by her husband. One theme of the letters is a fear that Trump will dismantle the Obama administration's signature climate change policies, advocating opposition to CO2 emissions. They mean, of course, carbon dioxide. And fossil fuels will inevitably create another warring sphere of influence in Trump's orbit. Now, why would it do that? I thought Trump said he was against this. Does he have people around him who are for it, in addition to his daughter? Incoming Chief of Staff Reince Priebus has clarified in recent days that Trump's default position, quote-unquote, on climate change is that, quote, most of it is a bunch of bunk. Now, of course, Reince, who has a very, very high IQ in the high teens, he finds this rather a good spin. So now Trump's default position on climate change is that most of it is a bunch of bunk. Well, which part of it is bunk? The climate or the change part? But no one is closer to Trump than his eldest daughter. And it would not be the first traditionally liberal position she has tried preaching to conservatives. I told you about family leave. Ivanka is not currently expected to leave Manhattan for Washington, but she is searching for a chief of staff and other hires to help shape her new role. What? So we have a new role, the first daughter, and we have the first son-in-law. Hey, that's a great thing. He's really outside the box. Oh, I can hear them now. I can hear the Rockettes now. Hey, this is outside the box, fascinating. And of course, the media hate it, and we hate the media, and they hate us, and we hate them. And anyway, let me go on. Certainly, this is unprecedented in the modern era," said Catherine Jellison, an expert in First Lady Studies. First Lady Studies? At Ohio University. There's been nothing like this since World War I. Who knew? But as Trump seeks to avoid business conflicts, Ivanka is also expected to increase her responsibilities running the family company. It's unclear how she will advocate for policy positions while overseeing the international real estate and branding organization. I don't know. Maybe legally, unlike Hillary Clinton, right? Maybe legally. Look at, in Trump's defense, here's a man who's earned his money the old-fashioned way, right? Not shaking down foreign governments, not shaking down donors, hey, can I give a speech for $400 billion? No. He built things. Nice things, big things, beautiful things, right? And so the libs are trying to tie him in knots to try and make him and or his kids, his family, oh, look at these conflicts of interest. He's got this place in Washington. He got that over here. Look at that. He's got this going on and that. How can you possibly? So in other words, it's fine, as I said the other week. If you're poor as can be and you become president, and then when you get out, you're filthy rich. How did that happen? Geez, I don't know. Or when you earned it in the private sector and you become president of the United States, all of a sudden it's a problem. Well, how's he going to get around? They drag out this clown from the Bush administration. He's an ethics lawyer. Never heard of the guy. This is, unless he puts it all in a trust, gives it to Planned Parenthood, burns it in a big bonfire. I don't know how he can be, I don't know how he can do this. We're surrounded by schmucks. So Ivanka's looking for her role, and we'll be on the lookout for this one, climate change. Well, if Ivanka's for it, I guess we're all for it, right? Where's my Rockettes music? Do you have that handy? Yes, everybody with a microphone and a camera. Ivanka's for climate change, so now we are. Left foot, up, hit it, yo. Right foot, right leg, right foot, right leg. March this way, let's go. Oh, there they are. Yes. Radio City Music Hall, the Rockettes. All right, thank you. Let's hear that again. Ivanka's for climate change. Donald Trump's for tariffs. Donald Trump's for protectionism and subsidies. For special interest businesses. What? Hello, we're all for it now. Switch this way. Go that way. Right there. Yes. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Ooh, here we are over here now. Ooh, I can hardly keep up. I don't know what I believe anymore. Over here, over there, over there, over here. All right, kill it. Thank you.